For the most part, I don't really put too much thought into my gym fits. I used to, but I think that's a 20-year-old man's game. Oh, I just forgot to fill my water up. I think some people would probably disagree with that. You know, there's people who are like, oh, when you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you lift more. But for me, although that's true sometimes, it's more so if I'm stressing about my gym fit, then I'm, you know, less into the fucking gym. I don't know. I would say probably 20% of the time I'm like thoughtful about what I'm wearing. And the rest of the time it's whatever I got going on here, you know, some navy blue sweats and a dark gray thing. And then, you know, I got a stringer underneath because everything else is dirty. I don't really like stringers, but you know what? If I'm going to wear a stringer, it's going to be on upper body day. So let's get to it. So I've been starting out with biceps on my upper body days, last couple days, last couple weeks, because they've always lacked for me. And I'm not going to lie, already starting to feel some pretty significant changes. I barely fit in my scrubs anymore. So, I'd say it's been a good little tweak so far. But, we'll see how we're feeling in a month. A couple weeks ain't really enough to guess. So I already did one set of these, but I feel a little funky in my elbow. It's like not really feeling my tricep, but I feel my elbow. So we're gonna try two things. We're gonna see if it feels better on the second set. It does not. So we're gonna see how closer grip feels. A little bit better. Yeah, it's really not feeling any better. We're gonna change it up a little. So it's not necessarily that I feel these less in my elbows, but sometimes I do. I will say I'm a little too tall for this one. You have to scrunch down a little. Yeah, these actually feel good today. But I gotta create a lot more internal tension to actually really feel these on my triceps. Yeah, those are good. Way two more of those. So I can normally bench 75s on incline pretty smoothly, but since I hit triceps first, we're gonna see how this feels. I'm pretty sure I got 8-ish, but we're gonna see. feels pretty spot on. Like, I remember when I first got into lifting, I was trying to figure out pre-exhaust and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, you're gonna bench, you wanna fill your chest more. Should you hit flies real quick to exhaust your pecs first? Or should you exhaust your triceps so that your arms are doing less work? And I remember there was a lot of argument about that back in the day. But I'm pretty sure the pre-exhaust, the muscle that you want is the correct one, because then that's gonna take it to a greater fatiguing point, Because this, for example, since I did triceps earlier, now that I'm benching, my chest isn't really wiping out, but my arms are kind of the limiting factor in this one. But yeah, still feels good. I think it's a good idea to change it up every once in a while, just kind of see how it is, Because in this case, I guess I'm kind of pre-exhausting my triceps, still getting used here, and I want more growth on my arms anyway, so it works. Titties can wait. I might actually switch these grips up. I feel like I've been just doing wide grip forever lately. There's nothing wrong with it, but kind of just getting a little bored of them. Spoke too soon. These feel really good. There's a certain piece of equipment that feels like they only really work if you have a certain amount of weight on them. And I think maybe this pull down only works when you've got about half the stack on, because anytime I use something below this, it just feels like it's not a smooth pull, you know what I mean? It just I guess I've already said it just doesn't really have a smooth pull anymore. We're gonna crank out 2 more of these. These feel fucking good today. That's something else that I didn't learn until later on, is when something feels really good, you don't know how many of those you've actually got in you, you don't know how many times you're gonna be able to really capitalize on those good sets, on those good days where something just feels right. It's like today, elbows felt like shit doing triceps. Back feels great doing lat pull downs. Back feels great doing lat pull downs. And we're gonna milk it, We're gonna milk it a little more today. I definitely think I generally prefer chest supported rows, but if you don't have that machine, T-bar is still really, really fucking good. yeah, the thing that tends to take me out on these is just being able to hold the fucking weight up, you know? My legs always start fucking shaking, or back starts folding in. At least on a chest support one, you're really taking your back to failure, assuming you're doing bodybuilding. Otherwise, yeah, probably stay with the slightly more functional shit.
The YouTube or
Yeah.
for yourself?
Well, I have a podcast.
Oh, shit.
And then I assume you know who Sam Sulik is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been recording training vlogs forever and never posted them.
Yeah.
And then that style of content started blowing up, and I was like, okay, so it's.
I remember I was a baseball player.
Right.
I remember during COVID, I was like, I just want to go get as ripped as possible. I was watching like Greg Doucette.
Oh, fucking Greg, dude. Dude, Greg was so sick during COVID.
Yeah.
And he's fucking out of control now, man. Like, it's just.
so funny now.
Yeah.
And then me and my friends would just make fun. Like, he'd be talking about how everyone is all so fake and how he takes like TRT and whatnot. His voice is so high.
I know, dude.
Like,
yeah, and it's the more mad he gets, the higher it goes. Like, it's, dude, he rips on Sam, which is funny. He's like, he fucking this and that. Yeah, and it's like Jesus Christ, man. Like, you were fucking juicing like crazy back in the day too. Like, everybody was, man. Like, it's you know the rule on how to find out if someone's on steroids, right? If you think they are, they are.
Yeah.
That's a pretty solid rule. Like, in the last 12 years, I don't think I've been wrong about somebody when I was like, they're probably on gear.
Right.
And honestly, probably some of the people that you don't think are too, which is even crazier. There's so many dudes that it's like, dudes in their like 40s and 50s and shit, where they're just like, they have like dad muscle and they're a little soggy and stuff, but they're on like 500 grams or 500 milligrams of test every week. And it's just like,
what if you go to Mexico and buy
yeah, exactly, dude. Exactly. It's fucking crazy. What was your name?
Jordan, man.
Jordan? I'm Andrew. Nice to meet you, brother.
Nice to meet you, man.
So, Dr. Mike might disagree with this one, but whenever I'm doing lateral raises, I kind of like doing a couple heavy sets first, because I'm doing light ones with a super big range of motion. I'll be doing like sets of like 20 to 30 before I feel anything. Whereas like this, with these 20s, I'm already fatiguing a little. You know, starting to burn them out a little bit, so I'm gonna make it easier to feel those lighter ones. Ooh, yeah, those are feeling. Oh, fuck. Yeah. So I get migraines sometimes, and I'm not 100% sure where they come from, but in my experience, when my traps really get roasted from something, so like if I'm doing shrugs or really heavy deadlifts sometimes, or sometimes RDLs, just whenever I'm like pinning my shoulders back really intensely, sometimes I'll get hit with this like 3-day migraine. Excuse me. But somehow I've avoided it the last like year. I don't know why, but it's fucking sick. We're gonna get 2 more of those. You know, I've been using these as my tricep furniture. I cannot talk. Tricep furniture for a while now. And I love them. They feel honestly better than probably any tricep exercise that I've done in the last couple of years. You can kind of play with that position too, which I really like. That makes it feel like a totally different exercise. Yep. Fuck. Fuck. You know, I always do this funny thing. Whenever I pose, we'll always, I'll always be like, I don't know why. I just like the feeling of locking my triceps, I guess. Anyway, didn't get the greatest pump today, but you know, I got some bad news this morning, so that's all right. Not every workout's gonna be amazing. Anyway, love you guys.